Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today's subject is the Soviet SSH-60 steel helmet. The SSH-60 helmet was an improved version of the SSH-40. It entered production in 1960 and was intended to replace the earlier model, although it never completely did. This is a common occurrence inside the Soviet military, as well as its successor states. Many different models of helmets would serve at the same time, even to this day. These helmets have been in use since the 1960s, originally with the Soviet Army and their allied nations, and then by the Soviet successor states and many other nations around the world that managed to get their hands on them. Some examples of the conflicts they were used in are the Vietnam War, the Iran-Iraq War, the Lebanon War in 1982, and even modern conflicts such as the war here in Ukraine from 2014. What makes the SSH-60 different than the SSH-40? Frankly, not much. The main difference is the helmet liner and chin strap. The new SSH-60 has 4 synthetic leather/cloth flaps inside compared to the SSH model's 3 pads, and the new flaps are no longer padded, but are intended to be worn over some other sort of hat. The mounting system for the new liner is also different. The placement of the rivets in the helmet is different also. The chin strap is also new. It's made out of leather instead of canvas, and the attachment method is also different. How to identify an SSH-60 correctly. These helmets get misidentified all the time, often confused for SSH-68s or Czech M53s. The easiest way to tell them apart is by the rivet pattern, the overall shape, chin strap material, and also by the production date, which can be found stamped in ink inside the helmet. Although these are sometimes removed either by time or by people trying to pass them off as a World War II helmet to people who don't know any better. An export version of the SSH-60 does exist, designed for exportation to other countries outside of the Soviet Union. It differs from the standard helmet only with a change of color of the helmet liner, from black or brown to white.
Hey guys, so we'll take a little bit of a closer look at the SSH-60. So, to start with, you can see the overall shape. It's the same as the SSH-40, the older model. The differences in the rivet pattern here. It's like a three rivets in sort of a V shape. The SSH-68 will have the same pattern and same liner, but much of a different shape. Leather chin strap, pretty comfortable, pretty nice. Here's the liner system. This one's kind of old and ratty. But overall in pretty good shape. Not bad, smells kind of funny, but other than that it's okay. Is it comfortable? Well, I'm not sure. I mean, it fits. This one is my size, but I prefer the older style of helmet liner. These ones tend to sit a little bit higher. They're a little bit more wobbly. But hey, you know, it's a helmet at the end of the day. Here's an SSH-40. This is a 1948 production model. I'll go into it a little bit, but there'll be a whole video on these later. But you can just see the difference in the liner system and the rivet pattern. I actually prefer this system much better. It sits much more comfortable and stable, but we'll go more into this one later. But overall, I think the SSH-60 is a fine helmet. I mean, for the time, they're great little collector's pieces. You know, put them on a shelf, they look nice. Especially, most of them are in pretty good condition. You know, the paint's nice and green, the leather's pretty good. These things tend to crumple up over time and get moldy, so you should make sure you clean them well. But other than that, they're pretty fine, and they just look nice on the shelf. That's all they're really good for these days compared to modern helmets.
Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video or learned something, please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.